Right, sharing my screen. Right, this is our Azure platform, data factories. So, we were looking at pagination, REST API pagination, right? Okay, I'll open a website. HTTPS // API dot co co slash, yeah, this is the website which will hit the API with. So when you see, I'll show you this. When the URL is this, right? pokeapi.co API v2 Pokemon limit equal to 1 lakh, offset equal to 0. It is giving all the values here only. See results, you go to results, it is 1302 values. Right? Fine. Okay, just a second. Okay, then if we go to v2 slash Pokemon, yeah, then we have 20 records. And it shows me when you go to this URL, https://pokeapi.co/API v2 Pokemon. When you see this, you have this data, right? This is the data you will be getting onto your file. And in this data, what do you see? You have count, which says 1302, total number of records. Then you have something called next. Next is the page for the next link. Here you got 20 records, right? So it is this link. If you go to this link, then it will take to the next 20 records. Right. If it goes to the next 20 records, then you'll get previous link also, right? So if you want to copy page by page, if you want to hit, since there are 13 or 2 records, there can be more records also. So for every REST API hit, if you want only 20 records to be copied, you can use this URL for this, right? So first hit, it will give you 20 records. And again, what you will do in your data factory is, on after first hit, you will say that for the next hit, take this next column from this next, the value which is next, take that value and hit it. Again, you'll get your next 20 records, right? And then after that, again, you'll have next in the next page also. So next value, again, you'll take it. Voice is lower. Anybody facing the same issue?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, everyone?
It's quite low.
Okay, just a second. Yo. Okay, yeah. Yes. Now, is it good? Can you listen to me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
fine. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay, we'll go back to this. So whenever you are hitting this page, it will give you the value in the next also. So what you'll do is, in data factory, you will program such that you will hit the and the next REST API hit, you will hit this next value. And again, on the next, every time you get the page loaded or copied to your copy data activity, next time you'll go and hit this next value. So you'll do it until the count is 1302. So whenever, so you'll hit everything and get it into your file. So this, how we do this on Azure Data Factory, we will see. This is not load. Launch Studio. me close the whole thing. What happened to this? Yeah, yeah. So we'll go to our pipelines, create a new pipeline as usual. Here we'll put a copy activity. From here only we'll create our dataset and link service. Right. So go to source, create new dataset. It would be my REST, right? REST API. So I'll go to link service. Here also I create a new link service because my URL are all new, right? So this would be my hook ls. So integration runtime is fine. Base URL. I want to put base URL as this one, which I have used, right? So I'll copy this and this is my base URL. Right. So authentication type is anonymous. There is no ID password to hit the REST API. So I can use anonymous. Right. Now I'll just test connection. If it is yes, I'll go back. Right. So create this LS is created link service. It is here I selected PokeLS only. Then say okay. My DS is created. What I'll do is first I'll go to sync, setup. One CSV file. Say new Azure Data Lake Gen 2 CSV link service, same one, no difference. Output data. I'll select a name for this directory so that we'll get into that. So here we'll get the output file a single file only. Only difference is whenever it is getting the data from REST API, it will be hitting page by page. But consolidated, it will get all my data into one page, right? So, okay, so right, we'll go to sync open. We did not put a file here, right? This would be ls output. Take whatever file name is fine. Go to source. Here I got the request method is get only. But when you come to pagination rules, this request timeout is fine. You can change it or else not an issue. Come to pagination rules. You delete whatever is there. You create a new one. In pagination rules, you have something called absolute URL. You select this absolute URL. And what should be the next URL that has to be picked up? It should be, you can put it as none and say dollar dot next. When you say dollar dot next, what it does is in the whole body of which it is receiving, it will take the next value for next term. So you can do this also, or you can say you can select body and say next year. Both of these work. Okay, you can say none and say dollar dot next, or else we'll see both these options also. Dollar dot next, and then you go to sync your CSV. Then what we have to do is we'll compulsorily we should use this mapping, or else it will not work. Import schemas, let it come. Then we have everything. This is not looking good. So what you do, you select collect reference, select results, and again you say import schemas. Now we got everything fine. We got name and URL. The data which we are looking at are name and URL only, nothing else. We want only name and URL of this, right? So all others we can delete it. Next, previous links I don't want in my data. Thus, next link and previous link that is handled by the copy activity only. So I just want this name and URL going into my file. So source sync mapping is set. Publish all. Publish. Then I'll say debug. This will run this. Hit the API and come. So this has succeeded. We'll check our output folder storage account. Say 22 containers. Output data. OKLS output. This is my file and this should have all my data. So, and this has all my data. I'll tell you what is the problem. It is in text format, right? We'll change it. This has all my 1302 records. If you see with the heading, it has 1303. So I got all my data, right? So what we'll do is in the sync, there is something called file extension. We can convert into CSV so that the file will be saved as CSV file. Now we'll debug again and we'll see if it is coming or not. Right, we'll go back, refresh 989.20, edit. This time we get in a CSV format. You can see your preview and we got all our records, all the 1302 records. Right. So this is one if you want to hit it, if whenever the source is giving me next and previous values, you can hit page by page and get this data. Right, this is one method. Okay, then we will look at other ones also. Say when the data is not having this next and previous links, you are only having it is only giving data based on this style of URL. Say there's something called limit equal to 1 lakh and offset, right? So limit, if you want, this limit is nothing but the number of records that are being displayed per page, right? If you say limit equal to 20, then offset equal to 0, submit, it will give start at 0 value of records, 0th record, and give me 20 values in this page. Okay, and if you say 20 here, it will start with 20 and will give me up to 20 records. See, these 21, 22, 23, 24, up to say 39, up to 40, right? 22, 40. Then if you say 40, so if you want to hit in this, so consider that there is no next and previous. In that case, if I have the URL like this, because each REST API is defined in its own way, they want to give based on their own rules only. It is not compulsory that they'll give me next link or previous link every time. This may be like this also. So if it is in this format, how do we copy from this REST API and to your CSV file? That we'll see. Right, we'll close this, get a new pipeline. Same copy activity. Source. I don't want to use the same dataset. I'll create a new dataset, but I'll use the same link service and then edit it and use. I'll show you what's happening. Link service, OKLS only, but I want to edit this link service. So here I want my base URL to be with this offset value, right? So this would be 0, and I'll copy this and I'll put it here. My base URL would look like this. But what I have to do is every time I need to change the offset, right? First time I'll hit this base URL. It will give me 0 to 20 values. Next time I have to hit a URL where it will be offset equal to 20. Then next time it should say offset equal to 40. Then next time it should say offset equal to 60. Like this, every time I hit it, I'll get 20 records into my CSV file. Right. So here, then I have to parameterize this, right? So I'll put something called offset. Right. So, right, we'll use this, we'll change the value of this offset test connection, say test connection. Save here, ls is saved, data ls is saved, and we'll go to here. What we'll do is remove this pagination rules. We got something called query parameters here. So here query parameters, we'll say here we will give our offset here we'll give range. Range would start from 0. Range we did 1302. Total was 1302, right? Offset would be 20. Okay, so query parameter is offset, which I have given my link service. So that offset would be replaced from 0 to it will replace by 0, 20, 40 and all till it reaches 1302. Right. So that is a range. Right. Then you'll go to sync. Sync would be same. Delimited text 9. Open. Let me see. Dummy is something else. E3. Yeah, this is my this. I will give some name. Poky offset.csv. Right, come back here, go to mapping again, say import schemas. With this select results and again say import schemas. First time you'll not get the results one. You have to import it, then select results, and then again say import schema so that you'll get this thing. So say publish. Now say debug. So this is done. We'll go to our output folder, refresh. We got a pokey offset.csv. We got all our houses CSV format. We got all our files. So whenever next or previous links are not given, if you have to access them via this offset values, that is how you give parameters in here in the source. That is how you do parameterization for offset in link service. Wherever the offset value is there, that you will parameterize that value. You will be passing from here. Here you declare the range. That is it. That is another kind of pagination when you want to hit this. Okay. So one to previous normally copying from HTTP site and all we learned it. Fine.
Shashank?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So one question here.
Yes.
So for this offset-based pagination, right, which we just now sir.
Yes, yes,
Here, starting value is zero. We can get it from the API documentation and right.
yes. Starting
Uh,
value is zero. Generally it would be zero from the starting of the value.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it depend on the source to source. Some source will give start from the one, some source
Yes,
start
yes,
from the
yes,
zero,
yes.
right?
That you can get it here only.
Yeah,
You'll get it here
and
only. Just see because
one more thing.
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, one more thing here. If there is a end value is also we are specifying. Suppose we don't know the end value because in the API call when we hit the API call there will be millions and millions of records, right?
Yes,
That we don't know. So in that case, how what will be our end value? Because we are specifying the range right there.
yes, yes, yes. We are specifying the range here.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, what we generally do is we will discuss in next class that is scheduled there. What will we generally put an loop, something called loop. We'll put a for each activity or something a loop like that, and we will run the same copy data activity or a HTTP activity to get all the. I mean, what do you say? To hit it everywhere. If it is failing, then it will come out. Something like an until activity. We use an until activity. You use the web activity inside it. Web activity or a copy data activity. Whenever it fails, it will come out of it. We'll discuss in next class. There are two other paginations also, where which both of them work on loop. Okay, so we'll discuss that also. There is just a second because I need to find APIs based on that, which is giving values without this next and previous and total values, right? So that then I can build a pipeline based on that. And like the one you said, that one, and there would be another pagination scenario where we are only, it is giving only total number of pages. And if we know the total number of pages, then we'll have page by page. That scenario also we'll discuss in next class.
Okay.
Because I need to find a suitable REST API so that we can use it without ID, password, and all. We'll discuss in the next class that one. Okay, so and now there is one scenario which I have missed it previously. That is just a second. Which is copy latest files from a folder, saving the last pipeline run. So that scenario we'll see. Yeah. So you asked it that, right? That scenario would be like, I mean, when you don't know, what we'll do is we'll put the same data in a loop. Whenever you are getting false, right? Then the loop will end. Basically, whenever you're until you're getting the same true value out of this in this offset and all, you'll be copying it to your CSV file. So whenever the activity fails, it will come out of the loop. That way, we'll build that pipeline so that you'll get all of your data from this with this URL only. So if you are having unlimited records and you are having 100 records per page, it would be the URL would be somewhere like this only. Limit and offset would be there. So you would be hitting this in a loop the same way. And we will see that it will whenever this uh, so here we are using REST API, right? Instead of this, if we are using a web activity, for every hit, you will get an output and we'll save that output. So we'll loop the same thing every loop and we'll save the page by page into different CSV files. Maybe after saving the CSV files, we can combine them or merge them. For if we are using web activity here instead of copy activity, what happens is this also say takes the URL in the here, but you can use get only, but the output would be the page data. Okay, so you'll get the output in the page data. You from output of this web activity, you will copy the page data into a CSV file. That would be one loop. So this will be continuing every loop and all. And we'll have a parameter so that we'll parameterize this and we'll run it in a loop. And then whenever it is failing, we'll get it out of the loop. Tomorrow we'll see, next class we'll see that, because we'll find some REST API where there are more records and no data like this. Okay, and that should fail, right, to continue to stop the loop, right?
I think here also we can do. I think can you, yeah, here if we put a offset 0 we have entered, right? Uh, we have a total record of 13 not 2. If we put 13 not 2 uh, uh, as an offset value, then I think we will get a null value inside the result, right?
Just a second. If you hard code this, set equal to say 1300 and limit equal to 20, we will see that not true only. But we need to send it in a loop. Wait. Do in the range to 0 and you don't want to give and offset 20. Okay, so we did not give an end here. Publish. You say debug. We'll see what will happen. Is going into infinity loop or it is stopping? We'll see.
I think by this it will hit 65 times.
Hmm.
We have added limit 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it will hit around 65 times.
Yes, but last time also we put 20 only. No, it was done in 10 seconds.
No, no, because I'm talking about it is a range, right? I'm talking about the limit actually. If you have specified the URL, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the base URL I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In that base URL, I think per page we have specified 20. Yes, so if we divide this uh, per page by the total number of record, right?
Okay.
So the API is required to hit 65 times. Can we to make it actually to get this result quickly? Can we put around 1,000 or something so that it will take around
Yeah.
two
That should
two.
not that should not affect your question, right? You put
Yeah.
anything, it is only that REST API it is getting. When I put 20 also, it took 10 seconds. Basically, it is going into infinity loop. That's what I am thinking at.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolute URL body will be next and say none would be end condition would be non-exist. Into then we should change this to or else you can put it this way. Maybe put some extra zeros and run this like this. You don't need to have pagination also. This is a very rude manner, but we can use this if you want to use this like this. Give the URL without a limit, and you'll get all the data into one file. Fine. What we'll do is next page token, not next page also. You don't want next page also, not offset also. This is if next page token is there, it works. Page number, pagination, next page, pagination. Store next page token is available. Use until activity to check if next page token is null. You can use this if next page token is null. If you are having a next page token. If next page token is also not there, I don't think we can do it. Only if next page token is there, until next page token is null, you can run it. The same way if we are showing here, right? Pokemon, where is this? We can run this until the next page token is null. You can use the lookup activity and read the next out of this. Until the next is there, you can do this. But if next and previous are also not provided, count is also not provided, then I don't think ChatGPT also has a solution. We'll find out. It is giving me solution. I don't have count of records or next page token or previous page token. How do I achieve this? You need to check when API stops returning data. You can keep requesting data in a loop until empty response is received. Page number has more data, so until activity, that's what until activity should only work until response is empty. As more data becomes false. Run the loop until has more data becomes false. Call REST API using web activity. Pass page number as query parameter. Lookup activity.
Shashank, I think we can test this thing in the Pokemon. I think what is our behavior at the last page?
No, Pokemon is having next and previous. No, basically
Okay,
we are
so
having this.
can you add limit? Yeah, can you put offset 1302? Yeah, can we hit it now? Yes, if you can see here, now next is null, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we should use this stratagem in
You,
testing.
you were asking like when next and previous is also not given, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
You asked when next and previous is not given and count is also not given,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So then you can't use this. That's what I was trying to do. Only
yeah.
thing is, whenever your output is empty, you should stop in your loop. You should check, you should put an until activity, put all your pipeline, all your activities in in your until activity, and you should run some parameters like it is said here. But basically, what you asked is right. But in today's date, there would not be any REST APIs giving like that. They will have control over their data, right? The scenario is fine, what you have asked, but maybe in today's date, there would be no data without any number or next page or previous page or anything like that. Only thing where you have to copy everything, like dumping, like kind of scenario. Basically, what happens is you will be getting conditions. Here we are only using get, right. So generally, most of the time it is post only. Basing on some conditions, you are getting the data from there where you are asking some data via the request body. Okay, you got me. What I'll do is call REST API using web activity, page number as query parameter. There is no page number also. If response contains no record set has more data equal to false. Otherwise, increment page number equal to page number plus one. We don't have page number also, no?
No, I think page number base is not there.
Yeah, we don't have page number also. We are just having this offset value. You create three variable offset batch size has more data. In web activity, don't use copy activity, use a web activity. And what you do is new pipeline, right? So basically, this will stop until it is true. So this will return false. Wherever it falls, this loop will stop. I have initiated the variable to true. Whenever the output is false, this will stop, right? Okay. Here variable, I am variable. Okay, I can put the variable to false and it is it has to be false. Here in this, I will create a lookup activity. new lookup activity won't work on REST API, it seems. Cancel. Use a web activity. Settings. Use get add dynamic content. You got the logic? Hmm. Activity. Copy. So your limit is say 100 and your offset is starting at 0. 0, you have to take a value from the variable add dynamic content. Copy this. Cancel. Control C, add dynamic content. Concat. Cat of this comma variable where one. Okay, if the so this web activity will give output as if content is there, it will give the output as a whole web page. If there is no content, it would be false. It would be empty basically. So you can put a if condition here. If condition activities expression web activity output. Use web activity output, but you can use something called length. If length of web activity output if uh, if length of activity of web one dot output if length of activity of web output comma 0 is true. If does not accept two arguments, yes, it should accept two arguments, right? Equals of 1 comma 1 equals of this. So if here what we are using is if the output of the length of the web activity is 0, then it will give me yes, or else it will give me no. So uh, if it is giving me yes, then it should go and end here. I'll not give anything in the true. If it is not giving me anything in the output, it should go to the false. And in false, I'll use a copy activity previously. So I'll see, man. It is taking time. I need to do I need to test also. We'll build and I'll tell you in the next class. Basically, this is the condition we'll use it until activity, until the output of the web activity is empty, we'll run the loop, or else we'll stop the loop. This is the basic logic that has to be followed. Got me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give a solution, I'll build a pipeline, and I'll give you in the solution in the next class.
Okay, okay, yeah, no problem.
Right. So then basically it is a hypothetical situation. But nowadays, since REST APIs and data are being used since so many years, you will not find any data without next or previous or total number of records or anything like that. Definitely there will be some values, and it will be very less chances that you are only using get only without any kind of data. Basically, they have provided conditions so that you'll give some value to get the particular value from that data, say from range or say particular catalog ID or a particular user ID, you will give and you will set the data. That's what it works like. But this situation is, if you, since you have asked, we'll give you a solution. I'll give you a solution in the next class. Fine, let
No
me
problem, yeah.
let me try and I'll build a pipeline and I'll give you this in the next class. Right.
Yeah.
Okay then, guys. So already late. So we'll meet in the next class. We'll discuss this. And there is one topic which I was saying, right, to run the pipeline from last and pipeline time to current time to move the all files from the folder. That also we'll discuss in the next class. And two topics are left, which is key vault and execute pipeline. We'll discuss those also on Friday. Right then. Bye, guys. Meet you in the next class.
Shashank, one more thing.
Yeah.
Um, Shashank, I think I just wanted to ask apart from this, I think I have created a Microsoft account actually.
Okay.
but I feel like I my subscription is something else. Is it a free or what exactly is the subscription? Can I share my screen if you don't mind?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yeah, I think you have disabled the share. It is saying that host is disabled.
Now share, now
Attendee
share.
screen. Okay, okay. No, still I am not able.
Now try now.
Yeah, now I can share. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
It is a free or what? I mean, it is saying that telling that
Your screen is gone
it is not specified where pay as you go or free.
because your screen is gone.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Now can you share?
Yes.
Yeah. Here, if you can see, I'm in my subscription board.
Yes. The current cost is zero, no? You've been using this since when?
Since yesterday only, this account I have been
Okay, click
created.
on the subscription name.
Subscription name. Okay.
Yes. Current cost, forecast. Left side, go to cost management. There is something called cost management on the left. Yeah. Click something cost analysis, go to cost analysis. Yeah, it is showing, right? Come back. It was showing like 30 days time is there. $200. Wait, it will come again. Go back. Yeah, go to click on overview. So here it is saying you are remaining $200 of free credit expires in 30 days. Upgrade to keep going with your account. This yellow tag on top,
Yeah, yeah, I can see. I can see.
right?
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
30
So
days.
basically, it's a free account, right? It's not pay as you go, right?
No, it is free account till 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, when you showed, actually there was a subscription plan. It was written that free, and for you it was pay as you go, right? So it and I was not getting that.
Yeah, okay. Here it is saying that not clarified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine. Sure.
Okay, Vikas.